we're back to my normal view, so I'm gonna do a quick swing around. This is the anomaly that looked like a sphere that was over my head. It's so close that I can't even get it all on my camera, and my GoPro got overheated, but I got my window GoPro going. These are some OCGs that are object clustering groups that are passing over, and more OCGs. I'm swivel around to the sun. See the sun right here, setting in the west. Beautiful. Gotta love our sun. More OCG at the horizon, and that asteroid has moved on way out west. That comet, like I said, they're getting that close to Earth. They're flying by, but they're still with the sun, you know. These are some interesting times that we're living in, because like during the World War, World War I, World War II, they didn't get to see all that, you know. We're literally looking at the microseconds before the calm goes and turns into a storm. I do believe that. Pretty much what they call the end of the world. This is it. And I would like for it just to be something passing over, but once I started kind of reading into the Sefer and knowing I know from the Bible, Revelations, and listening to people like Big Judah especially, Rap the News especially, I've been listening to those guys really deep. Those are like the priest type of deals, and a lot of people have been giving them flack, but a lot of people don't know what's going on. You can see Mr. Magic Chemtrail passing over. See if I can zoom in on him. Passing over that way. A lot of people don't know what's going on, but they're contending that they're so caught up in this fake religion. That looks like a moth, like a bat, a bird type deal. See the wings fan? But everybody's into this religion, and you know, we were all only taught one way, but there is a whole nother story that was cut out. And I'm not going to go into any details, not yet, because I'm still researching. But woe to you who came through history knowing that the Bible was not written for you, and you changed up the narrative. You about to feel it. Your children are going to feel it. From the ancient days all the way into today. God said it, I didn't say it. He said you're going to be put to hell. Satan don't own hell. He got thrown in it. Like a person going to jail. God owns it. God made it. And it was for all the angels that were turned into bad boys, and Satan and his crew really turned into bad boys. And they're still doing it to this day. From my understanding, and you can turn the channel off if you don't want to hear no more. Satan didn't like the way God was ruling, however that was. They made a decree, they walked out of heaven because they wanted to sleep with the daughters of man, which is the women of human women, because they were that beautiful, made in God's image. God did not ordain his angels to do that, so he swept them out of heaven. There was some kind of battle. He pretty much killed Lucifer, put him in the hell. He stayed there for 1,000 years and then brought him back to life and gave him 40 and 2 months, which is however long our time is for him to cause mischief, do whatever he wanted. And historically, you've seen how everything is going. There are those that follow him. I even had one guy, Mr. Lion Cockroach. I'm not going to say his real name, but he's a lion cockroach. Told me his God was better than mine. That let me know he worshipped Satan. And at that point, I put him to hell, because you don't come on my page talking that bull. That's one time I'll fight you and forget the laws of man. Since I got to dwell with my God at the end of my life, I'll kick your ass about my God. So don't do that to me. I'm very shrewd to idiots. I'm very shrewd, and I try not to be, you know, I'm not a bully. That's why I went to the military, to learn how to fight, learn how to defend myself. And if it comes down to me killing somebody because somebody wants to run me over, I feel bad for you. You better get me in a rush. I'm always set, ready to go. And I'm not a violent person, like I said. When I was untrained, I probably was more temperamental, and I was learning martial arts back then. During my college years, I was actually in the dojo, and that was the entire 8 years before the Marine Corps. By the time I got to the Marine Corps, I went to the dojo again, and I'm talking about we got down. Fought really hard. Look, there's another cross again. Looks like it. Let me see. It might be changing. Kind of looks like a Grim Reaper. See the hand up, one hand down. Head and body. Interesting. And it looks like he's holding a scythe. Interesting. Again, more signs in the sky. That's interesting. That's definitely a Grim Reaper. My interpretation of that is the Grim Reaper is coming up to walk across the land and take souls. And these little objects out in front of them are the wheats and the tares. And he's taking the tares. So there's your Grim Reaper with his flaming sword or his scythe. You can see it. Yep, that's his scythe. Look at that. For all you knuckleheads that love the Grim Reaper, there you go. And he's got his scythe extended, and he's going to take all the tares back to hell with him. There you go. I'm going to let you look at it for a while, ponder on it. Amazing how that come out as I'm talking about my deal. The dang Grim Reaper. We're going to rotate my camera to level that out. Guess I can. I guess I cannot. That's interesting. We're gonna catch it right there. And look at his scythe coming out. He's getting ready to take them tares, which is representative of everything that's going on right now with this COVID-19, this virus 19. Don't want nobody correcting me because I already know what's going on more than y'all know. Y'all just following the narrative. But I'm on the outside of the narrative. But that's your Grim Reaper coming for the tares. And the wheat will be left behind. And for all of you that don't like it, can't help you. That's why I'm called Third Eye Cam, because I can see. And his scythe is still extended. Amazing. And look at all the spirits running from him in the front. Like that one definitely looks like a humanoid. Falling. See the head and the hand laid back? And the body. He's falling. That's another one that's running, hunched over. Fleeing the scene. There's another one that's facing the Grim Reaper. Two of them, matter of fact. One of them has a crown on. Standing behind his pawn. See the king? Standing behind his pawn. You got him fleeing. That one died. And you still got the Grim Reaper with his scythe. So we got to get that. All that. That's a whole movie right there. Suck it up. It's going down. Signs in the sky. That's why I'm called Third Eye Cam. Think I'm making this up? I'm helping. Not writing the narrative. I'm telling it as is before it comes. You got a dead soul right there. You got one fleeing the scene. You got a king standing behind a pawn. They're facing the Grim Reaper. There's a Grim Reaper. There's a scythe. I know y'all see it. And that's why I'm going to leave it there. Those are the tares. Separated from the wheat. That the Grim Reaper's coming to collect. Or the Angel of Death, as we call him. That's amazing. And they're still holding structure. That's crazy. Last time I caught a cloud looking like Africa, looking like the United States, and some little turd named Lion Cockroach called himself trying to go off on me. So I went to his page on YouTube, and he had some little retarded videos, and that guy got me heated because like he was trolling my page. He wasn't invited. I don't want you to just go along with me, but like, don't insult me because I'm seeing stuff and you can see it too. And that's why he insulted me, because he saw it and it scared the shit out of him. And I'm glad. Time for somebody to wake up. There's a whole lot of people about to wake up. Grim Reaper's still in effect. Let y'all get that full deal. And like I said, the shape has not changed. Got one laid out dead. Got one running, fleeing the scene. You got a king with his crown standing behind his fighting pawn. And let me zoom in on them real quick. Let me zoom in on them. You still got the Grim Reaper. And that's the tares separated from the wheat. The wheat have moved on. And the angel of death is between the tares and the wheat. And the tares are about to be collected and bundled and burned. If you think I'm playing, just keep let's keep going and see what happens. The reason why I say that, with everybody rushing to the beach and wanting to just get back to a normal life, you're gonna commit yourself to being a tare because you're not understanding that we've already made all our moves. It's just time for us to be still. So for those of you, keep moving illegally against God. Do I think I know what I'm talking about? Hell yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Or heavens, yes, I know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm researching it. Myself and other people are researching it. I have mentors that are showing me the way. Just like the African dude says, do you know the way? Yes, I know the way. Still, dead body, fleeing the scene, king and his pawn fighting, the Grim Reaper, and the scythe is extended out. Amazing, can't mess that up. And below them is Sheol, aka hell. They're falling to the ground. They're all gonna fall through the ground straight to Sheol. And this is the ground that they're standing on. That guy's already fallen off into Sheol. And that's Sheol right there, hell, Sheol. I'll tell you what, our day is gonna wrap up, and this is that anomaly that was all ahead of me, that was over my head, that came from way over here by the sun. You can see the sun is settling. Still got more anomalies crossing. There's an anomaly right there. There. My cometed asteroid, whatever that was, is passed on. You can still see it above right next to the tower. And then this prophecy told. Look at the Grim Reaper still standing there with his scythe extended, and the king and his pawn in front of him, and the one that's just fleeing the scene. That might be a wall or a barrier, but it looks like somebody fleeing the scene, and one has fallen over into Sheol. Like I said, you can't mess that up. That's a beautiful picture. All right, so we're out here. Go, spend a good day. And I'm glad I waited around because I needed to see this. This is yet another sign. All right. So, Third Eye Cam, we're out. Poof.